Welcome to another Friday night. This is On Fire Family, and this is Happy Hour. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Hoist the mainsail, here I come. Ain't no room on board for the ensign sea. You're my witness, I'm your mutiny.
You guys always ask what we're drinking. I have a Zombie Dust from Three Floyds, a rare on the West Coast, so I'm happy to be drinking these Midwest, East Coast brews that I haven't had access to.
We've been pleasantly surprised.
And you have a bourbon with a single ice cube, New Riff bourbon. From
Whatever he
Kentucky,
pours me.
which has been a boat favorite
for
for
sure.
the
It's
first
smooth.
month of our loop. So thank you again to my brother for providing such an excellent bottle. We are here in Traverse City, Michigan, and we've been here a few days now, but we need to catch you up.
And we have a few days left.
Yeah, so
Because of
since
weather.
last week we were in Pentwater, and
Yes.
we were in Pentwater for longer than we had planned.
Yes.
We intended to spend just a night, and then weather and waves, and we waited it out, and I think give a shout out already to Snug Harbor.
Yes.
But they were excellent in accommodating us. They moved us from the wall to a slip.
Rocky wall.
And then we had a last night there, and they helped us cast off our lines and get going. And we had the most calm, amazing day.
It was the best day we've had so far on Lake Michigan.
And I think God knew that we needed a nice, calm day. Otherwise,
Absolutely.
like, a mutiny was going to occur, and half of us wouldn't have made it to Traverse City.
I'm having a harder time with the waves on Lake Michigan than I thought because, I've spent a lot of time in a boat hitting big waves in the rivers, but it's just relentless after hours and hours, and maybe I'm a whiner, but so it was fantastic that it was such a great day because we were having problems finding marinas and safe harbor north of Pentwater to get to Traverse City, and so the first plan was to go up to Frankfurt,
then Leland,
which was 4 hours, and then Leland, which was 6 hours,
and then Northport,
which was
and
nine
then
hours,
and then maybe on down. So we scrapped all those plans because it was so amazing. We just kept going and going, knowing that we didn't have a place to stay.
and we left early. We left at
First light, maybe
Yeah.
6 a.m. And then it was just such an amazing time. We made it as far as we went kind of up around this point into Grand Traverse Bay.
Lighthouse Point,
And then made it down into Suttons Bay.
past Northport,
Which was awesome.
into Suttons Bay.
And we docked at the municipal marina there, which is right next to town.
Yeah, it's a
so
great marina.
we were able to walk up for dinner and relax. But they only had accommodations for us for a single night. And so we got that and we relaxed and it was terrific. But then we had to anchor out, which we
they had
did.
a great little anchorage by a great little beach down there.
And so the first night on anchor there in Suttons Bay,
Totally
amazing. Absolutely glass, calm, smooth. We anchored right off of a city park with a beach.
Everybody went swimming.
We met a
and
friend. He came out to a brew pub that is right across the street,
Hop Lot Brewery.
which was excellent. There's a grocery store also just right within walking distance of that. So we dinghied over, walked to get groceries and back. It was wonderful.
I really liked Hop Lot. They had a huge backyard area, and then you could order food. But then they also had this fire pit where the kids ordered s'mores, and so they got to do some s'mores while the adults had talk with their friend.
Which is cool. And then the second night, not so much glassy, smooth, and calm. We had a weird situation where we had wind coming one direction, which kept us swinging on anchor from that angle, but then waves hitting us broadside as they were coming down the bay, because there were swells kind of coming up from Lake Michigan. So we were broadside to these waves all night long, and so we rocked and rocked and rocked. We made it through. We were not thrilled, but we went back into town, and then we weighed anchor, and then just a nice beautiful, again, calm day to motor into Traverse City.
Yeah, which was only 2 hours. And so we had spent the morning in town because the weather had changed and it was really nice that day. So we had some pizza and went to a bookstore, and I went into an overpriced clothing store.
We even had time, like out in the middle of the lake or the bay, to launch the drone and get some sweet drone shots.
Yes.
You probably saw them in our the naming of the boat video.
I did the driving while he did that.
A lot of fun. Probably how we dreamed the loop would be.
Yeah.
And then and so is Traverse City. Absolutely awesome. Like it's a big enough town that we can provision and resupply, and we have a friend here, which is cool. Well, here we are in Traverse City, and one of the highlights of our visit here has been Mike Green and his boat shop here. We've got to see some of the restorations that he has going on at Maritime Classics here. We got to attend a boat show today, which was awesome. In fact, we're going to spend the next week moving our boat north to attend another wooden boat show that Mike will also be in attendance. So he's been an awesome host. It's been absolutely amazing spending time here and getting to see all of these beautiful wooden boats. And so we want to just say thanks, Mike, for all your hospitality and for sharing with us. Check out Mike's channel. He does some amazing YouTube videos of the work that he's doing here in the shop. So we're just waiting for a good weather window.
Yeah.
Plans from here are to head north. So we were thinking Charlevoix, St. Ignace, and then Hessel. But
Going to the boat show in
as
Hessel.
we've found, that's just written in pencil on a napkin, where there's no firm plan for that. We're just waiting out the weather, and days like today are amazing, and why you want to be here. Just absolutely incredible. We're here in this marina. There's a wedding going on,
So cute.
right, like they're
Yeah, in a
between
little bit.
photos and take like they're probably like about to have the wedding, which is just an awesome setting.
So the plan is after the wooden boat show in Hessel, then we'll turn back around and do the loop like normal people. And we'll spend a couple of days. I have a reservation on Mackinac Island, which I'm excited about, because we have acquaintances, which are more like friends of close friends, that have a house there. And so we're going to hook up with them and see the island and the Grand Hotel and see it from sort of summer locals there.
Yeah.
Because they're also from Portland. Yeah.
It's cool to see some friends and acquaintances.
Yeah, we're seeing so many people.
Along the way. Yeah. And we're having a great time. People have asked, like, what has gone wrong? What are you facing? We don't want to keep these polished and, just kind of surface deep. We had a water line blow on our ice maker. It got brittle and popped, and I trimmed it and fixed it, and then it sprung a leak in a different place. So, but thankfully, Ace Hardware right up the street here, we were able to get the parts we needed to fix that up, hopefully permanently. We had a dinghy chock here that we lost in Chicago. We ordered just this big chunk of Teflon off of Amazon, and it's been chunky and bolted awkwardly in place for a few weeks. So with our friend Mike's shop here in town, we were able to get the bandsaw this morning and get it shaped to fit the bottom of our dinghy. We're just knocking out the things as they break. I think if we're fixing one thing and cleaning one thing a day, like I just cleaned all this isinglass behind us, so you can have a nice clear view this week in happy hour. I think we're doing well. So yeah,
it was great, and like I can only hope for as good a waves as we got on the way here to Traverse City.
I think you just got to pick your windows. That's it. So.
After Hessel, then we don't have plans that we have to make, and so that should make
so
waiting for a weather window easier.
And we're still at this time undecided whether we go down the Michigan side or the Wisconsin side. We've had lots of feedback both ways. We feel like we a little bit rushed our way up,
especially the northern part,
the Michigan side, and so there's a lot to see on this side that we could totally do. And then maybe we'll hit some of it next summer too. As we complete our loop, we cross our wake around here. So it just depends who buys the boat and where they are and where they would like the boat, whether that's Chicago or here in Traverse City or backtracking a bit. So we're still just kind of sorting that out. But if you have input on whether Michigan side, Wisconsin side, we'd certainly listen to your argument either way.
For sure.
Well, thank you for joining us for another Friday night. We are having a great time out here on the Great Loop. We appreciate you following us, commenting, giving us suggestions on awesome places to go. We've taken some of those, and they have always panned out, so we really appreciate it.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
Cheers.
Cheers.